Hello everybody, here are some beginner tips for how to get started in Breakwaters. A quick note before we get started, everything you see in the video right now is from the closed beta of Breakwaters, so things might change depending on the development of the game, and if necessary I will post a updated video in the future. So with that quick note out of the way, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to get started in Breakwaters closed beta right now, how to obtain some of the basic items, some of the basic equipment that is a must-have. Overall, I'm just gonna show you guys how to survive in this game. So, here we are then. After creation of your character and after creation of the world, you can start playing Breakwaters. Now, one of the first things you'll notice right here is that we spawned right next to this NPC here. This is sort of a quest guide. Now, a quick note, this NPC doesn't always spawn immediately. He might spawn after a while, after you do some of the tutorial missions. So if you spawn into a world and you don't immediately see the quest giver right here, then don't worry, just do a couple of the missions right here in the tab menu, in your inventory menu, and then he should spawn after like one or two. So first thing you're gonna want to do is craft yourself a hardened shell axe. For hardened shell axe you need a hardened shell from crabs, sticks from bushes, and to create the shell axe you're also gonna need some seagrass. So once you have all those materials, you can craft yourself the hardened shell axe, which is the basic tool you're gonna need in the beginning of the game for defending yourself against some creatures, and also for gathering things like palm logs, etc. If you might have seen, you can gather a bunch of different things from bushes. Once you destroy them, you will get sticks from them to craft yourself the axe, and you'll get berries, and there's also a chance of spawning a rat. Now during daytime, these rats are totally harmless, they won't attack you unless provoked. If you do spawn in a rat by smacking some bushes in the middle of the night, then they will immediately attack you even though you haven't provoked them at all. Next thing on the list, what you're gonna need is you're gonna have to build yourself a builder's bench. You can do that by gathering 8 seagrass and by gathering also 10 tree branches. Seagrass, as seen before, can be gathered pretty much everywhere in the world. It's very easy to obtain. And the tree branches can be obtained by smacking some palm trees right here. Then once you've gathered all the materials, you can build yourself the builder's bench. Left click on it in your tab menu in your inventory. And then there it is. Place it down on the ground. It doesn't really matter where you place it down. Just place it anywhere you want. And there you have it. So now that you have created the builder's bench, at this point in the game, the quest giver should have spawned in if he didn't at the start, and you can go ahead and talk to him. He will tell you about why he is here on the island, and he will ask you to help him out because he is a little hungry. Now this is basically the tutorial of the game as well. He wants you to gather 4 mushroom corals from the ocean and bring them back to him. He will give you these refined yellow crystal torches to help you gather them more easily. The yellow crystal torches will push back the water, so you can very easily obtain these mushrooms. Now please keep in mind, if you are gonna collect these mushrooms, then don't do that at nighttime, because at nighttime these mushrooms will transform into glowing mushrooms. So the regular mushroom coral will give you hunger once cooked, and the glowing mushrooms will give you health. A tiki torch crystal, just like the crystals found on the beaches, will, as I said earlier, push back the water so you can easily collect everything that's underneath the surface. Just like that. Look at the water go. And it's way easy to collect these mushrooms, again during daytime, otherwise they won't help you in your tutorial. And once collected, you just go back to the quest giver. There you go. Did you gather the mushroom? Yes, we did. Now he's gonna give us the fire pit so we can cook the mushroom. Alright, so we got the fire pit. Let's put it down right there. Let's stand close to it. Not too close, because if you light it on fire and you stand too close, you will light yourself on fire. Let's put some palm logs in there. You can also put dead rats in there if you got some. Or any type of branch or stick you can put in there as well, no problem whatsoever. The more fuel you put in the fire, the bigger the flame will get, as you can see right there. It looks a little bit funny when it's this big, but it does still work, so just be careful that you're not standing too close. Now right click or drag it in there. You can only do one at a time in the basic fire pit. Later on you will be able to upgrade or build a better version of the fire pit. You can cook multiple types of food at the same time, or multiple of one type of food. So let's cook these mushroom corals, because that's what the quest giver wants us to give him. He wants 4 of them. Now let's go over some of the food types that you can gather in the beginning of the game on the first island. One of the food types, which is quite easy to obtain, are the mussels right there. You can see them sitting on the rock. All you have to do is hit them. I don't know if you have to hit them with your bare hands or with an axe. Let's actually try that out. I know you can hit them with an axe, but let's disable the axe. Let's try and hit the rock. Ah, there we go. You can just hit them with your fist. We learn something new every single day. Then you can just go over to the campfire and you can cook the mussels, and it will give you 5 hydration each, which is quite good. It's not too bad. Now you've seen this before in the video most likely, but we also collect berries from these bushes. It is quite random how many berries you get from the bushes. Sometimes you get a whole lot of them at once, sometimes you get 0. But it is a very easy food type to obtain, and you can get a lot of them quite quickly, and they restore 5 hunger each. Another food type that gives you both hunger and hydration points is a coconut. Just cut down a couple of palm trees and you will get yourselves a whole bunch of these coconuts. Now again, it's quite random how many you get from these, but it should be quite easy to obtain them. And then you can easily eat them and get 4 hydration each and 2 hunger each. The mushroom coral we've already collected. I've already shown you how to do that. So here it is, 10 hunger for each cooked mushroom coral. And then all the meat, you can get meat from both the crabs and from the rats at this point in the game. You can just cook the meat at the campfire as well, and that will also give you 10 hunger. You can also cook rat sea anemone. Rat sea anemone will also give you plus 10 hunger. There is another way of getting more food and water much more quickly, but I will show you guys that in another video. So what other kind of equipment should we get during the game in the beginning? One of the first things I highly recommend you get yourself is the leaf hat. The leaf hat will give you 1 shade, and the primitive hat created with seagrass reduces the hydration rate by 50% while equipped. This item is quite easily obtained by going to the builder's bench, going over to the t-shirt icon right there, to the clothing icon, and then just select the leaf hat once you have 10 seagrass, craft it, equip it with right click, and there you have it. Now, as you might have noticed in the beginning of the video, you don't have a lot of inventory in the beginning. Another very useful item to get is an upgrade for your inventory. Go over to the clothing icon once again and go to bags. You can see there are 3 different bags right now. I believe they're gonna add more different bags, more varieties, more special abilities to the bags. The net bag is the first thing you're gonna want to craft, and it's gonna give you 6 inventory slots and a normal one-time max stack multiplier. All you need to get net bag is some sticks and some seagrass, and there we go. We have ourselves a net bag. Just go back to your inventory, right click it, and we have ourselves a much bigger inventory right there. Next up on the list, what you can do pretty much instantly is you can go ahead and upgrade that net bag to a cloth bag. For the cloth bag, you're gonna need 60 seagrass, 20 sticks, and 3 hardened shells. Now, as mentioned before, seagrass and sticks, you know how to gather those, and just like the axe, you have to get a hardened shell from a crab. So after collecting the materials, you can just craft yourself the cloth bag with 60 seagrass, 20 sticks, and 3 hardened shells. It will give you 10 inventory slots and a 1.25 times max stack modifier. And as you can see, after equipping the cloth bag, we'll have a couple more inventory slots. And now the items in our cloth bag can stack up to a higher number, which is really useful. And that is it for today's video. I hope it was helpful for you. If it was, then please remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Breakwater live streams, tips and tricks, or whatever. Please write something nice down below in the comment section as well if this was helpful to you. Don't forget to wishlist Breakwaters on Steam right now if you haven't. Links for that down below in the description as well. And join the Discord also down below in the description if you have any more questions. Thank you guys so much for being here. Until next time.